Hi everybody, this is Rahul, and I have created this channel named as React by Rahul. And in this video, I am going to tell everybody why React.js. So why everybody is talking about React.js. Earlier, people were talking about Angular, but right now everybody is talking about React.js. What is so special about React.js, and what you can gain after learning React.js? So we'll talk about simple things. Okay, so let's start. And I'll start by giving my introduction. So let me start with giving my introduction. So yeah, so basically my name is Rahul Akhari, and I'm creating this channel React by Rahul, where I intend to teach people on React, on JavaScript, and get them started through the journey of learning React.js. So that is my aim, and I will give you my background. So I'm working right now in a startup, a US-based startup, and as a machine learning engineer, where I do stuff related to data science. And previous to this, I was started in a company named as AutoPitch Inc., which was a startup. It was also a startup basically. It was basically a email marketing CRM, and I was uh, positioned as the CTO there. And it was a small company, but yeah, I led the entire development and I created this software from scratch. So that was a very good experience which I have in my portfolio, which I have. So I gained a lot of confidence by working there. So it is very special to me, this company and this profile. And overall, I have a 10 years of experience, mostly with .NET. So I started my journey with KPIT Cummins. I got placed in campus. I was from MIT Pune. So I did my MIT from 2006 to 2010. And then in between, I left IT because of some reason, and then I was a professor in a college. I was enjoying that work also, but after some times it become monotonous, and I was thinking that okay, I can do much better in a different profile. So I came back again into IT. It was like a flip flop for some time. When I came back into IT, I tried to learning new and newer stuff. I also learned the latest things which was going on the market, like data science and R programming and all this things, Python programming, and the latest statistical techniques which is in demand by most companies. What are those? So I also was became curious about that thing 3 4 years back. I started learning that thing, and luckily I got a offer from lot of institute as a data science trainer. So I taught in a lot of institutes as a data science trainer, where I was going as a weekend trainer, part-time trainer, and I was exploring. I was able to give my knowledge to them, and I was also gaining some good experience there. And in between last year, I was also worked for a US client as a for a remote assignment, and there I that was the time when I first came to know about React.js and what is it all about. And it was a very good project. It gave me a lot of good exposure. The and I also work in a little bit on Node.js, the backend. And I told you I'm from MIT Pune. This is my background. I live in Pune, and I'm from Ranchi, Jharkhand. This is my profile. Okay, so too much about me, but I just wanted to give my profile before we start. So let's jump into the things which we'll cover. But before that, I'm guessing who are you? I'm guessing you can be anybody. You can be a fresher. You can be a tech support guy. You can be a Java developer. You can be anybody. Okay, but mostly people who look are exploring about React.js are freshers or people who want to change their technology from a support profile or from testing profile into a more fulfilling career or fulfilling job like development, which is having more scope in terms of salary and satisfaction. So I'm guessing due to this, somebody must have suggested you to learn React.js. So yeah, React.js is a very good technology if you want to switch from your develop support profile, and even if you don't have done any programming, let's say you have an experience of 4 years, 5 years, and you don't have done any programming experience, then also you can learn React.js. Well, I will tell you why. It is easier than learning Java, .NET, or any other thing. I'll tell you a lot of reason why it is easier and all those things. Okay. Or I'm saying somebody who's working as a uh, uh, um, suppose as a backend developer like Node.js developer or Python developer, they want to become a full stack developer. So they can also learn React.js and become a full stack developer. A lot of Java guys are working in a lot of big companies where they work on core Java. They don't get exposure of full stack matlab, kind of a role. So they can also learn React.js and they can move into, they can learn the REST API like Spring Boot and all those things, and they can work as a full stack. So React JS will give you opportunities like which no other technology can just you can compare with that. And I am guessing you can be a person who is an entrepreneur who wants to make some cool apps. So yeah, so there could be a lot of people who can be you. So I'm guessing these are few of the profiles who can be you. Now, the main thing, what is React? So what is it is all about, and why? What is that? What is React after all? So React is a front-end technology. By front-end, I means web applications. React is also used for making mobile application, but I will not talk about that thing. But yeah, it is possible to make very great mobile apps in React. But React JS basically, that is React JavaScript, that deals with web application like web pages. So we can make great web pages, dynamic web pages in using React.js. It is a library. It is basically a library. Library means there's a lot of reusable components. There's some reusable functionality in the library, which we can use to develop great UI, UX web apps, which are lightweight, which are having high performance, which load very fast. Okay, and it is cool to make those kind of stuff. So React is not just a technology, it is complete platform, a language, not a language, but a technology, a platform, a kind of a tool which you can leverage, you can use to make a great apps. And it is last but not the least, this is not made by me, this is not made by you, it is made by the top engineers in working in Facebook. And so Facebook also use the Facebook UI, which we see that also runs on the React. Okay, so now you can think how great would be the technology React. And few years back, this technology was open source by Facebook. So now it is available for anybody to use it and make great web application, that is web UI. So it mostly deal with UI, the web pages. It doesn't deal with the backend. It is a front end technology. Okay. Now let's move to the next slide. So yeah, so I talk about who can be, you can be fresher, you can be a anybody. So let's talk about fresher, because fresher face a lot of issues. And before jumping into this thing, I will introduce more about myself because I forgot to. So if you search my name on Google, you can find my profile in Quora. And in Quora, I have more than 3 lakhs 70,000 views in this last 8 to 9 months. Okay. And I'm not just trying to be sounding cool, but yeah, I write answers on Quora, and I started writing answers on Quora when I wanted to give people the knowledge which I had about how to get a job in IT. What is the hype around data science? There are a lot of hype around data science, which is which is driven by the marketing companies. So I just speak the truth, and people like it, and that's why you can see my profile on Quora.com, and these are my top level answers which I have written. And you can go through my profile. You will come to know about me, and my answers is really helpful. That's why I have got a lot of upvotes in a lot of answers. So yeah, so this is more about me, but I will again jump back to my our core profile. So yeah, So on Quora also I write a lot of answers regarding fresher, what course they should do, what course they should not do, and I always advise freshers who have are placed not placed off on campus that okay, see off campus is not an easy thing to get a job. So what to do? So I write a lot of things on answer, but I'm not going to discuss that in details. You can go through my Quora profile, you get to know about that thing, but I will discuss a little bit. So the problem with freshers is that nobody wants freshers. That is the main problem. So you're stuck in the vicious circle. You say, okay, sir, I want a job where I can get some exposure, I can learn, and I can grow, but nobody's willing to give you a job. So the thing is that in this scenario, React.js is a perfect fit. Why? Because companies often prefer people with a UI role. They prefer because they can pay you less if you're a fresher, and they the company thinks that UI is not as making UI is not as complex as making the backend, so they tend to pay less. So they prefer freshers in this profile. So what I will say that as a fresher, you should not get driven by the marketing companies who are selling the courses and all those big words like big data, data science, and all those things. Mean stack, man stack. There's nothing as mean and man stack. Okay, data science is not for freshers. Big data is also very not good for freshers. This are not good for freshers. What are good for freshers? Simple technology like programming. You learn any programming, Python programming, you learn Java programming, you learn .NET programming. These are good for you. Then you learn web applications, how to make web application in from front end till back end. These are good for you. Then you learn how to make websites. You can learn web design. Also, a lot of things. So these things are good for you. From that perspective, React this is also a very good option for freshers because lot of fresher doesn't know the name of React.js. Right now, people from IT are having some idea about React.js, but most of fresher out there are not knowing about this technology. Especially people from electronics background and other background who are not from non-IT background, they're not aware of the technology. So what happens whenever you go to any institute? They will just plug you some stereotyped course. Okay, do the SAP, do data science, do big data, and all those things. Those are not at all good for freshers. Okay, as far as I have seen in my experience over in IT, I will not suggest you that. So React, this is a very good technology for you. Why? Because generally, if I you note this point, React.js is mostly for making the UI, the user interface, that is HTML and then JavaScript and all those things. It is way much easier than making the backend, which is Java, Python, .NET, whatever you say. So programming the at the web pages is not as complex as programming at the backend. So in that scenario, even if you're an average programmer, if your logical skills are not too advanced, you think that okay, you're average in programming, then also with hard work, with the right guidance, you can make it. But if you are not so it is mostly for people who don't think that they can make in backend, so definitely they can make a career in front end. Even people who think they want to make a career in Java or Python, if they can choose this React this right now the demand is very huge, so the competition is less. So that way you can easily get a job if you can persist. And I have written a time frame here that okay, you can't learn the technology overnight. You have to do a project in that, so it takes minimum 4 months to 6 months to not as in learn the advanced part, but learns the core thing with some basic kind of a project where you can explore, you can showcase those projects in GitHub. So these things is possible, yeah. But for fresher, it is very good technology. I will say it is the best technology. And if you see my profile, I know .NET, I know machine learning, I know natural language processing. I work on natural language processing. I know React.js, I know Node.js, I know Python also, I know Django also. But I don't teach Python, I don't teach .NET, I don't teach NLP, I don't teach machine learning. I I try to teach freshers and encourage freshers to take up React.js because that way they can get a job much more easily than other technologies. So the right now people are not aware of React.js, and you can take the advantage of that. That may not be scenario after 6 months or 1 year, but that is the scenario right now. The competition is very less, and the demand is huge, just huge. Now, apart from fresher, people who are experienced guys who are working as a tech support guy or any support profile which is not in a not programming related, people want to switch jobs for better career. It is obvious. So if you want to do that thing, then also I will suggest React.js. Again, the same thing. It is a front-end technology with the coding is not that much hard as Java, .NET, and the company is really looking for experienced candidate out there. If you learn those things, React, it will take you time, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, maybe 1 year. But I guarantee you, if you put time in this, if you just keep on learning and learning and prove to people that okay, you are not you can do it, you can learn the advanced stuff which is needed in the industry. Any company will give you a job with great salary, and salary in React is not less than Java or .NET or any you say any other technology. React just is one of the highest paid job right now in the market because of its demand. The demand is just huge. It is so huge you can't imagine. Every company needs web application. Every company builds UI, and every company is switching to React. Demand is huge. You can leverage it. You can in the next 6 months, next maybe 1 year, you just become a React developer. Life will change. I can guarantee you. Okay, so for people who are from production support, any kind of support, or non-programming background, manual testing, any technology, if you want to switch into development, it is quite possible, and yeah, it is quite possible. But then you have to do a lot of hard work. It doesn't happen overnight. For fresher, I told 4 months to 6 months. For you, I will say 6 months to maybe 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. Depends on the person. Sometimes less than 6 months also you can get a job. Again, it depends. But it will revolve around 6 months only. So minimum 6 months is required to learn the technology, do some project, and then you can go out there and float your resume that I know something in React, I can have done some project. Then company will take interest in you. So yeah, that's why this is good for people who want to change their domain. They don't want to change their technology to a great technology, and this is great in terms of everything. It will enjoy the work also. React, this is very cool to work with. And now suppose you have got a job in React.js, and what is the future? Future is very good because React, this is not a simple thing. There are a lot of advanced stuff going behind React.js, so you will learn about that thing. That way, your level also will become at the next level. You will have a great confidence in you once you become a developer. Developer is a developer. He's doing a programming. Even he's doing programming front end, it still is it's a programming. A lot of complex things goes into that. So you will learn a lot of things, and you will apply your mind. So obviously, when you apply your mind, it becomes sharp. So you're on the right track. It is the future is bright. In the future, JavaScript, the most important technology right now is JavaScript in the market because it is used widely in the front end as well as back end. If you heard of the name of Node.js, so Node.js is a technology which enables JavaScript to run outside of browser, even in the server side, even on the computer you can run JavaScript. That is Node.js, using Node.js. It is a very good technology. It is also in great demand. Node.js, a lot of big companies are moving their complete backend API in Node.js. So if you know React, it means you know JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can move into Node.js, and if you move into Node.js, you become a full stack engineer. So this is a bright future which you can have. If you become a full stack, even you will have more opportunities, more package. And I believe me, just go out search on job portals. React, Node.js, these are the highest paid, and the number of job applicants are really less. So yeah, so I will say there are a lot of things, and I will just show you some examples of this. So what is the demand and what is the supply? So I have opened a portal And sorry. So this is I was searching the jobs in Pune about Java and React. So I've opened some of the platforms. So now let look at this Java job. This job is posted 4 days back, and you can see the job applicant is almost 444 just for 3 posts. Okay, so yeah, this is a famous company, I understand, but yeah, then also the lot of applicants. But if you see React.js job 30 days ago, the job applicant is less than 10. Another this company 8 days back, job applicant less than 40. Okay, here also 11 days back, number of applicants less than 40. So that is a very less competition if you compare that with Java, .NET, or any other technology. So you can make advantage of that, and I believe you can just leverage that thing, learn React.js, go on. Okay, so this is my very first video on why to learn React.js, what is the advantage, what is React. I may not have covered everything, but I will say this one thing, that okay, in the next coming days, I'm going to upload the more in-depth videos about the technical things. What is React.js? For first, that you have to learn programming. So how to learn programming, where to start? People are confused how to start. Whether you should start with C or C++ or Java or whatever. So no need to, if you have even never done programming, no need to learn C, no need to learn Java, no need to learn C++. You can directly learn starting programming with JavaScript, and I will show you how in my next videos. So just keep posted, and if you like this video, just like it. If you have any doubts, if you want to make a career in React.js, you can comment in the uh, comments below, and definitely I will help you. So thanks, and yeah, thank you.